I always knew I was going to do something with music. It wasn't always clear as to what. When I was a kid, I was surrounded by music all the time, and I was always focused on music. Music really is part of everyday life. It's a part of who I am. People would ask me, what are you going to be when you grow up? I said, rock and roll star. As a joke, but I was serious after a while because I knew I wanted to just play music. And once I started playing electric guitar, I knew I wanted to be a musician. A lot of Confusion was my high school band, and I think we did 3 or 4 shows. We did one big show at the high school. It was a riot. We didn't make any money, but we played all kinds of crazy cover tunes like Extreme and Queensryche and Motley Crue and Metallica. I was lead and rhythm guitar and sang vocals. Mr. Hooper was formed at Gustavus in the spring of '94, I believe. It was all friends from college, and we played a bunch of covers. We played the bar scene in Mankato and St. Peter. We did a few dates in the cities and in St. Cloud, and eventually started working original music into the cover selections and recorded a few CDs. Then we relocated to Minneapolis and played numerous club dates in Minneapolis and St. Paul area, and then broke up in 2002. January 2002 we broke up. The Minneapolis Songwriters Showcase is an avenue for songwriters in the city to showcase their songs, to showcase the songwriter and the song and the art form of writing songs. I want you to be the world to me. I want to be myself again. I wonder who's walking next to me. I wonder who else has tears in their hands, tears in their hands, tears in their hands, tears in their hands. I have tried to create an intimate space for each songwriter to be heard and to direct all the focus on them and their song. A friend of mine who used to play in Mr. Hooper knew a guy named Scott Laurent. Scott was putting together a new band, Scott Laurent Band. Troy, the drummer, said, well, hey, I got this great combo. It was a side project I've been doing at the time called the Joe Gold Experience. We had a rhythm section all put together, so eventually that became Scott's rhythm section. We recorded Scott's 3rd and 4th records here in Minneapolis. We did an Italian tour in spring of 2002. We recorded Scott's 4th album later that year and continued in 2003. We were hoping to go back there again fall of 2004. Scott's got some national recognition and some national press, so hopefully things will go far. I play bass for Scott and sing backup vocals. Spirit Garage, the church with the really big door. I am the minister of music at Spirit Garage. I was approached by a female pastor. She wanted a musician to lead worship at her church, a non-denominational mission church in Minneapolis. We started a mission, a little comedy club called Comedy Sports, and eventually the music grew. That in turn helped the church grow. We built a solid following of folks in the uptown area. We've now got 3 bands. We've got 2 worship services on Sunday morning. We've got numerous small groups that are meeting. And I've been doing it for going on 7 years now. A typical day in the life of John Kerns, I sleep in almost every day because I'm up almost every night. I'm usually up till midnight or later. If I go out the night before, I made contacts or I went saw a band, saw some friends of mine, supported some friends of mine. So I sleep in. I usually get up maybe 10:30, coffee, breakfast, check the email, get some laundry going. And about noon, I start my day. I make phone calls, booking gigs, or mainly relaying information to people I need to get information to. Confirming schedules. I do a lot of emailing, a lot of phone calling, and I do a lot of coffee in the afternoons, or I have lunch with people, or people that I need to make a proposal to, or interviews I need to do, or have a meeting, or it's a number of different things. That's the bulk of my days. Tuesdays I block out for guitar students. At any one time I have 6 or 8 students. And at first it was a real easy way to make some good cash very easy and cheaply, and basically was telling other people what I already knew, showing someone what I already do on a regular basis, play guitar. And eventually, I started to, have to develop a technique and a system and a curriculum because I had so many students, and I was thinking of their next exercise for each lesson they came, and it became fun. It was a nice way to pass on information that had been passed on to me. It's the best thing for me to know that I taught someone, and the look on their face when they know that they answered something right, and it's a milestone type of an answer. That's a great feeling. It's nice to know that I'm helping somebody learn something like that. This one you gotta curl up. And it was a nice way for me to exercise the teaching ability that needed to be used in rehearsals, and there's always that intimate interaction where it's important that you're professional and you're thinking ahead and you're focusing on the task at hand. So I book nothing else Tuesdays, and almost every night I have a rehearsal or a show to go to, or I'm playing a gig. Rehearsal is really where it's at. If you're not a well-rehearsed band, every other musician in the crowd knows it. It's all to get the job done, One of the music business things is it doesn't matter what people see behind the scenes. As long as the job gets done and it's ready for the stage or it's ready for the studio, that's all that matters. Yeah, I thought it ended on a we've got 3 bands at Spirit Garage. It's of utmost importance that my patience is unending, and it's of utmost importance that people are enjoying themselves and having fun. However, not all people are on the same page proficiently on their instrument as others. Sometimes I have to get up and place the guitarist's fingers to an A chord when we need that big A chord, out of the rock and roll guitar. It can be stressful, but everyone generally has a good sense of how well something needs to be rehearsed. Rehearsing musicians is a large part of what I do. This particular weekend, I'm playing 2 gigs, and I saw a show and I had 3 rehearsals, and then I'll have a rehearsal Sunday and Saturday. Next week, same thing, full of rehearsals, got a show on Sunday, got a show on Tuesday. It's just, whatever comes up, whatever night of the week it is, it's, whatever's been planned ahead. As long as the schedule allows it, I go do it. So therefore, I'm usually up late at night, and I take it easy in the morning. I don't know that Gustavus really prepared me for being a musician. I definitely feel like Gustavus prepared me for music. The music business is a twisted business like any other. There are so many facets to the music business that you have to teach yourself or fall on your face and then learn.
Fine Line is one of those rare places that actually ask for a social security number.
Zero blur.
These kind of taxes you have to claim. You never know when it's going to come back to bite you in the behind, Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, you got it. Because then it's like the great.
You did good work.
This is the thing. Digital audio.
When I started booking shows, I eventually figured out that if you just keep calling and keep calling and keep calling and keep calling and keep calling, then you'll get a show. I told a woman at the caboose that I was going to call her every single Monday morning until I got a gig. The third time I called in 3 weeks, she gave me a gig. But things like booking, promotion, flyers, posters, tickets, advertising, all these things matter. How much you spam your email list, or doing the guerrilla warfare thing, where putting a big sign on the back of your car as you're driving around town. So important to how a versatile musician gets around. Gotta have a good vehicle. I own a '96 Ford Explorer, without it which I could not function one iota. This thing has been packed to the hilt with a PA system. I don't know how many times I've had to scoot the front seats forward as far as they could go so I could get a mixing board, all the speakers, or a ladder in it. I've strapped microphone stands to the roof rack. All these things no one teaches you. In addition, to just playing your instruments, you need to know how to keep them running. Sometimes you got to bring your amp in to get retubed. Sometimes you need to just make sure you have extra strings handy if you break one on stage. Always make sure you have a guitar pick in your guitar case just in case. The amount of equipment that I needed to brush up on and learn how to use is immeasurable. Going from just being a guitar player and a singer in a band, playing in rock clubs, I had to, one, learn how to tune my instrument, learn how to get good sounds out of pedals, and the volume tone on your amplifier and on the guitar. Then I taught myself how to adjust the intonation and the action and the bridge settings on my guitar. Then when you get into the studio, there's 500 different kinds of microphones you can use and 500 different kind of preamps you can use. When we recorded the Spirit Garage project at Atomic K Studios, that was my first project as a producer. And I knew that I was going to be facilitating and arranging and scheduling all these sessions, but I had no idea the complexity of it.
For all the sins who from the living rest, whom I faith before the will confess.
Also in the studio, there's different reverberations and different sound characteristics of each studio room. So, listening, training your ear to adjust to a particular room or the particular mic or preamp. I mean, these details, the resolution of these details is so fine. So then I had to teach myself, well, how do what does a mixer do? What does a power amp do? Okay, well, now I understand that the power amp powers the speakers, the mixer controls the speakers, the microphone goes into the mixer, getting this chain of events all to work properly with the right ohmage and wattage, etc., etc. I mean, like I said, the list goes on and on. Other just regular mundane things that you need to do as a musician are make sure everyone has directions to the gig. Make sure everyone knows what time sound check is. Make sure everyone knows what time rehearsal is. Make sure you know whoever's bringing the sound gear, that they're there at the right place, the right time. All these things, just simple, stupid things, need to be done. Networking. Instead of just going into the dressing room and taking a nap, go talk to the booking agent, go talk to the bartenders, go talk to the other band members, go talk to band members in other bands that are opening for you or you're opening for them. All these things are aspects that go into making it happen. You have to make it happen because no one else is going to make it happen for you. So many people laughed at me when I told them I was going to be a rock and roll star. Even when I was in college playing electric guitar in a rock band, I knew I wanted to do that. And people would still laugh at me. Oh, ha ha, you're going to be a rock star, right? Sure. You gotta do what you're going to do. If you're going to be a rock star, you got to be a rock star. I don't punch a clock. I don't go somewhere every day doing music in all sorts of facets. That's really what I do. My life revolves around music. For the future, what I've got planned for myself is I'm starting my own project, and I'm starting it with many musicians that I've known over the years, very top quality musicians, and I really want to make a big go at it for a solo career. I've got systems in place for rehearsal and gear and booking and management and design, things like that, recording, contacts. I really want to make a project happen in all facets and take these people with me to far and interesting places.
cut off my hair? Has the mask been repainted? Regrets show that it hurts me to say this. We love you so much, but everyone runs when the cops double back. Bring back that person we once knew and loved. The mess just gets worse, and regrets show that the planes will still fly as the moon rushes by. Keep on turning. Pain can still fade while we sit in the shade. Keep on learning. Rob's got a novel he writes after midnight. Kristen sits nesting, they fight in the dark. The wedding in August, September the move. The thing he'll miss most is barbecues. Night to Queen 7, an alternate route lets the people who smell show their new cardboard signs. A velvet oasis, the truckers, the praises. Get out of the rut and get back in the groove. The planes will still fly as the moon rushes by. Keep on turning. Memories fade while we sit in the shade. Keep on learning. Regret another cigarette. Regretfully they stand there loitering. Regretfully they watch the red sun rise again. Planes will still fly as the moon rushes by. Keep on turning. Memories fade while we sit in the shade. Keep on learning. Dust off our baptisms, waxing our promises. Spit shine. Still I told